What is going on, everybody? This is Damned Rifle, back with another episode of Scrap Mechanic Survival. Now, there are a couple things I need to discuss with you all. Alright, so right off the bat, obviously I've done some work here. This was all recorded, every step of it, but I'll be honest with you. I was having kind of a rough week last week. I was in a bad mood a lot, and I felt like it was reflecting in my videos. Just based on the tone of my voice and whatnot. So I'm not gonna post those videos. I feel like that's just not fair to you guys. You guys haven't done anything wrong. I've just been having a rough time. So anyway, this is what I've done here. We've got a staircase, right, along the whole front of this platform here. Okay, and I'll explain what I want to do with this base now. So as for this section right here, like from like this outline to out here, not exactly sure. I think I might make like a shed or something like right here. That's gonna store all my seeds and stuff. But other than that, I don't really know what I'm gonna do with this spot right here. Inside the outline is going to be my base, my structure, my building, whatever you want to call it. Right, the first floor is going to be primarily storage and whatnot. This is all looping around. I don't know if I discussed that in the last video I posted, or if I brought this into attention during the video I'm not going to upload. But yeah, it's all looped. It's all together. Organization's pretty good for the moment. I did change this thing around. I will go over that with you guys, since you're not going to see my previous explanation of it all, but that's okay. You didn't miss out on a whole lot. It was honestly just me, standing here, placing blocks the whole time and having a very monotone discussion with myself. A discussion with you guys, I guess. But yeah, so the grass, I can't really do anything about poking through here, unless I wanted to make this on, the actual ground. Because we do have a space here, like a gap, right? But I don't want to do that. The ground's kind of uneven, and this way ensures that it's flat and nothing sticks through other than the freaking grass, as well as the that one rock. But it's not that big of a deal. It'll be fine. I will do something else with this. I don't want this hole here. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do to make it better, but I'll figure it out eventually. And yeah, so what we're going to be doing this episode is we're going to take this guy out. We're going to do some logging. And I want to try and get like the walls of the first floor done. Oh yeah, I forgot to finish explaining. This area over here is going to be like my building, my vehicle construction platform, if you will. Ease of access to all my storage, and a fairly decent sized spot here to handle all of that. I figured out how to properly do the looping with the logic gates. It does require a timer, and you can what is it? It's an and an XNOR, and then you just link them together in a loop like so. And then you can change the ticking, rapid fire, or 1 second. Which is too slow for me. I think I'll just use rapid fire. I'm thinking of doing like a turret or something with that. I'm not 100% sure yet, but we'll get there eventually. So anyway, I'm gonna take this truck out, get to the location I've been I've been harvesting all of my logging. English is hard, okay? But yeah, I'm just gonna drive it over there. I'll meet you guys over there in just a second. All right, guys. So here we are. We're pretty much in position now. So I'm going to go over this guy real quick before we get into some logging, alright? So what I did is I took out that secondary engine that was powering the saw blades, and I replaced it with a level 5 controller. I also increased our lighting capacity, so we have all angles covered, so we have a pretty wide area that we actually get light, which is freaking just phenomenal. It allows us to record and get things taken care of at night and whatnot. We got a beacon on here. Yeah, so here we go. Here we go. Level 5 controller powers the saw blades. This level 5 controller powers the saw blade in the very front that we used to cut down the redwood trees, as well as gives the angle to all of our lighting equipment. We're going to do this, and we might as well just turn that on because it doesn't consume any fuel. And yeah, so basically last time I was out here logging, I managed to fill, well, after I was done refining everything into woodblock 1, I had an entire chest with an entire row and a half, so another half chest of woodblock 1. And as you can see, this is all that remains of it. We chewed through pretty much all of it. Make sure I got all this corn. I don't want to leave it around. But yeah, so let's just get into it, man. Let's truck works a lot better than the last time you saw it. When I was out logging previously, like I said, I got a lot of wood, right? The truck works great. It works, I'm not gonna say flawlessly, it's got its flaws, but for the most part, it's fantastic and does exactly what it needs to do, very efficiently. Minus the stragglers every once in a while. So what I kind of like to do is I like to run around, right? Just take out all the stumps of a decent sized area. And I'll start the mill and have it start grinding up the trees and whatnot. Usually I like to start with the redwood, but I don't think I have any in the immediate area aside from that one. But I can't get that one because it's inside this thing and I don't have a vehicle that can handle that. So that one doesn't count. But what I'll do is I'll cut down a bunch of trees, right? And as this usually takes place once I hate when that happens. Once the refine bots are overwhelmed and you gotta wait for them to do their thing. I'll basically build like a pole situation, and I will bring all the trees over and I'll weld them to the pole, so they're all right next to my vehicle, and then I can just load them in like a magazine, essentially, just one at a time, rapid fire it, and cut down a whole mess of trees to fill up that quote-unquote magazine. And so what I'm doing right now is making a mistake because I'm going very far from my vehicle. I will not be able to bring these things with the weld tool. We'll more than likely be out of range. That's okay, we can always move it. That's why it's on wheels, right? We can't pass up the chests either, because they have component kits. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna get this started. I'm gonna keep cutting down trees, make a whole mess of this forest, and I'll bring you back in just a moment. Alright guys, so I gotta admit to you something. I might have messed up. I got a little carried away. I basically leveled this entire forest, which is fine. We're gonna need the wood, but maybe not that much. I mean, definitely that much, but hopefully it doesn't cause the FPS to struggle too much. But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take down these redwoods and get those guys refined up first, just so I can get my system of that I was just discussing with you all in place. Are you gonna fall? Alright, it's taking a sweet time to fall. So as you can see, I didn't cut down these birch trees. I just don't bother with them. They're just not worth my time, to be honest with you. There's not enough resource in them to really care about. So I just don't. Gotta love when that happens. Come around on this side. And cool beans, love it again. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna start with those three. I'm just gonna park over here because there's a lot of trees over here, And there's some flat ground, so this will be a decent spot to chillax on. Like over here, I guess. Right here. Somewhere where the vehicle won't slide around a whole lot. And sure, I'll bring this up. And she's ready to go. After I not do that, okay. All right, cool. Let's get started. Tree number 1. All right, cool. I'm going to grab this. And here's what we're going to do. Over in this direction right here. Go up to about there. Come out to about there. And a little more. And then we'll come out this way. And that should be pretty good right there. And now let's go grab that other redwood. The goal is to basically fill up the RefineBots production line. I don't like downtime while I'm logging, so if I can have these RefineBots basically overwhelmed with redwoods, that's ideal. Just in the beginning at least. That way, once they cool down, I can just basically keep it going the whole time with these trees. And there should be never be a significant amount of downtime. So long as I pay attention to it. I feel like this also helps with FPS as well, because you don't have all these free floating trees just hanging out on the ground, causing what do you call it? Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a huge blank right now. English, interferences? That's not the word I'm looking for, but I guess it works. Like interferences with the ground, or other objects, or something. If you know what I'm trying to say, please tell me in the comments, because there's a good chance I won't remember by the time I'm done recording. It's gonna bother me until I forget that this conversation even happened and I screwed up. Yeah, cool. Where's that? Nope, come back. Make sure there's nothing down here, which there is, of course. I don't know, sometimes when they get jammed, even if they're like, within range of the resource collector, if they're jammed, for some reason, sometimes it still doesn't get collected. And I don't understand that. I feel like that should not be the case. But who am I to tell the game what it should and shouldn't do, right? I think there was only 3 of these trees, right? I think there was only 3. So this one should basically back up the resource collectors, as well as the RefineBots, and probably cause a jam in the saw blades. Really. That's kind of why I haven't bothered to fix the paint situation yet. We'll get around to it eventually, but as you can see, I keep pulling random blocks when I'm not supposed to be, so I haven't been too worried about fixing the paint. Still going? Still going. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna tidy this area up and keep loading my my magazine up here, and I'll see you back when we start throwing them on. Alright guys, so a couple things. we got a big jam here, okay? Like I was saying before, like this should be collected, you know? I feel like that's in range. That's literally, that has to be in range. So I think that it's kind of stupid that it doesn't register it or whatever. But yeah, so we just need to clear this jam up. I can't really see because there's a freaking bush or something in my way. I guess the vehicle got moved. I don't know what happened here. Yeah, it's a bush. Okay. Come on. Can I just freaking insert it? Oh my god, dude. So, I think I still need to do like a bit of a redesign here. These need to be more accessible to when I'm back here, I guess, to deal with these jams, because it gets really annoying. Yeah, that was entirely my fault though, because I basically just overloaded the system with how many redwoods I threw in there. But yeah. So here's the thing. I got this whole episode's gonna be full of excessiveness. The whole lumber gathering situation. Okay, I got little overboard with it. All right, so this is what I've welded up so far. All right, this is a decent amount of trees. Okay, there's still a whole mess of them out there. Like a whole freaking mess of them. So what we're gonna do, I don't want to make this video, you know, an hour and a half long of just me logging and whatnot. So we're gonna spend the next about 5 minutes or so together, taking apart some of these trees, and then I'm gonna do the rest on my own, clear up the rest of the forest, and then we will meet back up at my base, and we're gonna start throwing together the first floor of my base together. And hopefully, if I do my timing right, we'll keep the video around, you know, 35 minutes or so, ideally. Maybe less. We'll see. But yeah, so we're gonna do a few minutes of this together, and then we're gonna continue on because we don't got all day. I definitely bit off more than I should have, but we need the wood. And I just realized all of this is gonna have to get refined. So heavy sigh. Okay, heavy sigh, because I'm just making more work for myself. It's okay. It's all stuff that needs to happen. And the faster we do it, the faster we can get our base going to what we want and start doing some more experimenting and stuff on new vehicles for mining, especially. I'm not too concerned about the mining, to be honest with you. I'm kind of at the point where I really almost got all of the concrete I feel like I'm ever gonna need. I'm doing mostly out of wood for building and stuff. So I feel like I got most of the concrete that I'm. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm just not with it today. I'm just really not. As I was saying, the concrete was only ever really intended for the wall, for the beginnings of the wall, and we're there. We got the buildings of the beginnings of the wall, the outline, the design of it. We may or may not do a couple more like actual towers and stuff for when I get into higher tier crops with pineapple and broccoli and such. When we're gonna have to start worrying about tape bots showing up, and at that point I'll need something a little more protective, because what I have right now isn't gonna protect me a whole lot. Gonna 6 of these guys. Please tell me I put the block back. I probably didn't. Oh my god, thank you. Grab you. Throw you on in here. Delete the block. I wish I could show you guys this when I'm in my rhythm. I'm not in my rhythm right now, so it kind of looks like I'm being an idiot. Which, I mean, what's new, right? But still. Be cool if I wasn't. Yeah, dude. I feel like this is so satisfying to watch. I love it. I love when you make something and it works out exactly how you're intending it to. And it just works. I'm not going to say flawlessly. I almost did. Obviously, I can't say flawlessly. You guys have seen firsthand the amount of jamming and such that we experience due to user error for the most part. Yeah, so I think that's really all the time I want to spend recording this. So I'm going to spend the rest of my entire freaking day, not in game, but like probably the next several hours handling this mess that I've created, and then we'll see you guys when we're doing some building. Why did I grab that already? All right, guys. So we're back at base, and I've been sitting here for a few minutes now, while CraftBot turns all the scrap wood into woodblock 1. It took me a little while to clear up all the trees that I had knocked down, but I think we got a decent amount out of it. I don't think I got as much as I did the first time I went out, which is kind of surprising, but I did cut down a lot more red trees the first time I went out, so that kind of explains a little bit. We only got those first 3 that I did when we were over there. Now, there's not a ton of it crafted up yet, but I think we might have enough to get done what I wanted to get done in this video. So, first things first, I changed the outline to concrete, and I went up by 2 blocks around the bottom of it. I kind of just like that aesthetic, pulling from my Minecraft days. You know, you throw cobblestone on the bottom floor before you stack the wood on top, just for a little bit of extra oomph, you know? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. So we do have a little bit of frame rate loss here. It's weird because it doesn't affect my actual gameplay. It really just affects the recording for some reason. Like, I'm looking over at the recording screen and I can tell that we're losing some frame rate just by moving like this, which is super obnoxious, and I don't know how to fix it, so I apologize for you guys. So yeah, this area is, that was weird, big enough to store both my vehicles on, which is fantastic. That means that it should be big enough to build future vehicles, because I probably won't go any bigger than this guy. This is probably the biggest vehicle I'm going to have. But who knows what the future holds, you know? So we did a little bit of dimensional work here. We went out 1 on each side, so it's 3 wide for the door arches. I may or may not have like doors on bearings or anything that open here in the future. I haven't decided yet exactly what I want to do for that. They probably just remain open for a very long time until I decide that I want to do something with it. I also moved the vacuum pump to go over because it stuck out past the wall here, and I didn't want that. And I think this looks alright, other than his arms going inside of them, which was happening even when I went behind anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal. And then when we get a second one, we'll just put him right next to it, and we'll have to get some more pipes to extend it over, which isn't an issue. It's pretty easy to get that stuff. You just need glass component kits, or not glass, not component kits, glass circuit boards, and then metal block 2, which is super easy. So yeah, this is all going to be storage on this back wall right here. So yeah, I mean, no point in killing time, you know, this is time that we could be building. So this is all that has been crafted up so far, not a whole lot. So I'm going to pull from over here first. I already combined both chests into this, and this is what we had excess from the first time we went out logging, as well as those redwoods. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build these walls up to, actually I should do it over here first. We'll go up like this. And then we'll stick this guy right here. And jump up. And I want it to be come on. Right there. That's the height that I want. I want the floor to be right on top of this pipe right here. So this will be the first floor. I feel like that's a very manageable height there. We can, yeah, that's, if anything, it's a little excessive, but it's fine. It's what I want, so we're going to just stick with it. And, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, we're probably going to burn through all of the wood that I have right now, which is going to be annoying, but, you know, we're doing a very large structure here, so, you know, I can't expect anything less than that, right? So, what to talk about while I do this? I guess I can explain the plans for the base a little bit that I have at the moment. So the way I made the outline for this, right? So I have this gap right here. I believe it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So it's kind of like a front porch type deal. I didn't want it to be like right here, you know, on the edge of the farm. I think that would look weird, and I want to have a way to walk along this, kind of like a porch almost. Obviously these poles get in the way, so what's going to happen is these are going to get attached to the front of the structure. And then it'll be kind of like almost like an awning, like a cover for the porch, I guess, if you want to call it that. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of the idea I've had since I put the plots down, and I think it'll look pretty good once it's done. It'll look better than those posts that I have. So that's all I can really hope for, right? So we already chewed through all of that. So I might be sitting around waiting for the rest of that to craft up here in a few moments. We might be able to save a little bit more once because I'm gonna have windows, so we'll get. You know, we might have enough. We might have enough. I don't know, but I'm still gonna carve out windows. I don't know if I want to do square windows. I don't know exactly how I want to do it, but come on, really? Okay. Window time. So we're gonna do it lined up with the farm. And I'm just gonna cut out like that. That's not gonna be the window design, by the way. That's just temporary, so I can get some wood back as well as kind of have an idea of the dimensions I want. And there should be 3 blocks between these. 1, 2, 3. So if we just go over here and go 1, 2, 3, and then we can cut out. Did I really just do that perfectly? Right there. I did. Wow. That's surprising. 1, 2, 3, and then we cut out to there. You know, I actually kind of like that. I like how large the windows are. I think I'm gonna leave that. I don't particularly love how it comes straight to the edge right here. And then even then, it's still not perfect, but maybe we can rectify that by doing like this. Because these windows are going to consume a lot of glass, of which I do not have a lot of, and I need stone to turn into sand to turn into glass, and which I don't have any stone. So I'm going to have to go out and do some more mining. That's not difficult, so it'll be okay. But since I converted all the mining stuff, like the refineries and stuff, into this vehicle, we're either going to have to get more and then build a mining vehicle, or drive this guy out there and also drive this guy out there separately. So it's gonna be a little bit logistical. There's gonna be some logistics to it that I haven't quite figured out yet. So yeah, I think I like that actually. Just some large windows, and then we can get on top here. And then that's attached, so we can just attach this like that. And then might as well just do that actually. Like so. Then yeah, because this is all solid and then that's free floating. So then I can if this doesn't work, it's gonna make me angry. Well, we're gonna attempt it. Delete. 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 And delete. And it didn't fall. Cool, so now that's all one entity. And then we just need to place this guy. Where should we put it? Where should we put it? Right in the center. Right about there? Yeah. Alright, cool. And we just hook this up to the pistons, because that's all it controls. And all that's still connected in there. I don't know why those got disconnected. That's kind of strange. But what I want to do actually is exactly that. That way I can see how much is in there and access them if I need to. And it doesn't prevent you from walking on it or anything. So that's exactly what I wanted. And let's hurry up because we're kind of having a time crunch at the moment. I just realized because I wasn't paying attention. That's okay. We still got a little bit of time. All right, so now I just need to get up here. And now I can't get over. Okay. Well, oh no, it's fine. Okay, we can do this. Boom. Okay. And I'll just delete that because I'm not going to put a roof on at the moment. I don't have enough lights for in here to light it up very well. But that reminds me, actually, I don't think I ever showed you guys. I did go around and I stole a bunch of these kind of lights. And I lit up the inside of this pretty freaking well, actually. I'm very happy with that. We got very good sight in here. Bad walk. But yeah, I think that's really all I had time for in this episode. I'm much more happy with how this episode turned out than the previous episode I recorded that will not be posted because it's just, you know, we're not going to talk about it anymore. Okay, I've discussed it a little too much, and we're just going to leave it at that. It didn't work out. So, very happy with how this is coming along. We're making very good progress. Our house is coming together. I'm liking the concrete contrast to the wood. I might actually do it in the corners as well, maybe along the windows or something. I don't know. I'm going to be playing around with it. It might look a little different in the next episode. It might not. We'll see. But anyway, this has been Dimmed Rifle. I don't know why I need to clarify that to you right now, but I did anyway. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and we'll see you next time.